Now, the full details of the trade are as follows. The Lakers get Luka, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris. Dallas gets Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and LA's.
This is a betrayal on levels that no one's ever seen.
At least make it make sense, you know what I mean? Make it at least a decent trade, but that was just a terrible trade. Hate everything about it.
The team that we're bringing back is a championship caliber team.
Wemby shakes, takes. Oh, and a bobble, and Davis, he tries to run it down, but it's off his knee. Outside to Coop. Klay Thompson with a catch and shoot. So at this point, the mission is obvious.
Fire Nico! Fire Nico! Fire Nico!
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
When it comes to the worst trades in NBA history, the worst trades in sports history, there's a lot of trades that are baffling, confusing, and that age like milk. But looking at recent history, there's none worse than Luka Doncic Anthony Davis trade. As looking at this trade, it's unique for so many reasons. Yes, a terrible trade. One team got robbed, and one team walked away as the clear victors. That for the bad trade Hall of Fame is pretty common. But here's the extra added layer. Someone like Luka Dallas was beloved, and he was their guy. When you're a player of Luka's caliber, you're so with a team and a fan base. Players like that don't get traded. I didn't know that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know it to what level. I've been a master my whole entire life, since I've been a baby. This is the worst moment in the history of my life. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. We went to the NBA Finals. Why are we trading the best player, the franchise player? No idea. So, that right there's the bigger point. This trade on paper, of course, it was dumb. Everyone can see that. But looking at the emotional side of things, the fan side of things, just absolutely devastating. And I guess the one positive thing, if there's a positive thing, Nico trading Luka Doncic, United have fan base like I've never seen before. Breaking news out of the NBA. The Mavericks are expected to fire general manager Nico Harrison at 10 a.m. Central. For players of Luka's caliber, the top 5 guys, top 3 guys, the upper echelon, those guys very rarely if ever get traded. As look around the NBA, once you get one of those guys, you hold on to them for dear life. Look at someone like Jokic. This guy for sure is a nugget for life. Someone like Jason Tatum only wear green. Then in San Antonio when Bayama, they're Tim Duncan's throne. This guy in his career also will be a one-team guy and a lifer. For Luka and Dallas, that's what it's supposed to be. And look at the Mavs fan slogan. Maverick fan for life. That right there sums it up perfectly. If you're a Mavs fan, you're all in on your team and your best player. And in reverse, Luka Doncic, who was their best player, he was all in on them. The one guy who didn't understand that, didn't get that, was unfortunately Nico Harrison. We do not speak his name. Now, looking past the emotional side of things, the fan side of things, if you want to put on your basketball cap, get down to business. The Luka trade still makes 0 sense. And what was Nico's rationale? You know, Luka on defense, he's not good. Of course, we all know this. But looking at Dallas 2024, Luka's defense didn't hinder them from making the NBA Finals. As very similar to Jokic, the team they built around him covered his flaws and was thriving on that end of the floor. As looking at season final 15 games when Dallas was rolling, their defensive rating first in the NBA, opponents were percentage the second best, and points became allowed the second fewest. The mass right there in 2024 with Luka at the helm, defensively one of the best teams to close the season. And look at the playoffs, the third best team in the postseason, only behind Boston and OKC. So what does that prove? Yes, Luka on defense, he's not great. Probably never will be. But from a team perspective winning a championship, Luka's defensive flaws are severely outweighed by his offensive brilliance. Shot clock at 7. Luka will make a move once it rip. Go outfield. Doncic maneuvers for the lead. Got it. What a shot. Pat Duca takes aim from 3 and buries it. Doncic, 5 threes and 25 points. Are you crying? Am I crying? No, I'm not crying. You're crying. It's okay to cry. People cry. Now, one thing I do want to squash right now very quickly is a Nico sympathy tour by Skip Biss and Stephen A. Smith, as these guys are actually arguing as Nico Harrison didn't have time to see his vision fulfilled. And I'm here to tell you time had already ran out the minute he traded Luka Doncic. As looking at prior to that trade, Anthony Davis leading up to that trade was already hurt, already injured. If you're trading for Anthony Davis, you know two things. His health status is day-to-day and injuries are a part of his game. Is Anthony Davis a great player rate to player? Of course, we all know that. But looking at kryptonite, it's staying healthy and staying available. If you're not playing, how valuable are you on defense? That you don't trade a 25-year-old MVP candidate in his prime for a 32-year-old made of glass. Oh no. Oh, they call me Mr. Glance. What this boils down to, Nico Harrison took a big-time gamble and did not pay off. Look at the flip side. Masai Ujiri in Toronto, getting Kawhi Leonard a massive gamble. Kai part of that trade. He was always hurt battling the front office. Kawhi at that point his value was pretty low and Train DeRozan at that time was not popular. Was he Luka? No, he wasn't. But Train DeRozan, that was a big-time deal. So again, the nicer and sympathy tour, I don't buy it. He made a gamble and did not pay off. In sports, it happens. And when it goes bad, it really goes bad. Yeah, listen, we up? Now, like I've said over and over again, Nico Harrison, he's a mastermind of this trade, deserves a ton of the blame. In my view, I'd say 85, 90%. But the last 10% goes to Andy Davis himself. As looking at Davis, he doesn't get a pass in any of this. As common Dallas, what he had in front of him was a tremendous opportunity to prove people wrong and show people I'm a viable asset and a franchise cornerstone. What he showed us is the exact opposite. Not just injured, not healthy, but his play on the court is also declining as compared to his last Los Angeles. Scoring down, rebounds down, assists down, steals down, and blocks down. And the cherry on top, and Mav, season debut, got abused on defense by Victor Wembanyama. Off the bench in the second. Here's Wanyama after that ridiculous reverse. Yeah, why not? Working Davis spinning. Taking hitting fakes the three, dazzles, spins, fades. Why not? We had the opportunity to get Anthony Davis, who is one of the best two-way players in the league. We jumped at that opportunity. Yeah. Now, one last point I do want to make. Why Nico got fired so early in the season is fairly obvious. Looking at this Mavericks team coming this season, they had some hype, some expectations. As looking at their win total, 41.5. So, this Mavs team right here, they had some expectations being a play team and a fringe playoff team. What they are now is a fringe lottery team on the verge of a top 5 pick. As bad as things already were, the Mavs absolutely sucking made things 10 times worse. And here's the added layer. Luka and the Lakers are playing fantastic right now. LA the 5th best record in the entire league. And Luka's game is better than ever.